Seriously, my life would be so much easier if you didn't sit on my stuff. Go on. Go. Scram. Amscray. Hello, and welcome to Bima's Crafty Corner. I am Bima, better known as Els. And we're just hanging out, working on some ephemera. I managed to print the paper that we're going to be using. That's always a good thing, right? But I wanted to get these die cuts done real quick. Okay, that looks good. Top plate down. Let's do this. So how's everybody? How you doing? We are starting a steampunk journal. It's going to be an album journal. So this is a concept that I came up with, I don't know, like a year ago. I was bored. What can I say? So I'm going to pull this out because, you know, we just die cut a bunch of stuff. We'll pick all that. Get this out of the way. We'll pick that, and then we're going to look at the paper and stuff that we have for this one. After I get everything out of the way here. Okay. Go ahead and look at all that. Let's do this first. I'm just going to use this napkin. Make sure that we get everything out. So, yeah, so we're doing steampunk. Little dimension. So I have these wings. There's another one still in the thing, or it's over here. I don't know where it is. Here it is. So I have these wings. And let me tell you what I did here, because I did not have cardstock in the design that I wanted. So I glued a piece of scrapbook paper, thin scrapbook paper, to a piece of cardstock so that I could, you know, make the piece I wanted. Hey, Patty Ann, how you doing, baby? Hello, Aurora. How you feeling, Patty Ann? All going good, I hope. How's Benny? Is he liking the snow? Now he's finally at the age where he can, like, actually, you know, he actually understands that it's different. Might be a little heavy for him to be out playing in it, but. So you'll see some of these pieces, the piece comes off, but that's okay because for the most part, they're glued together. And if for some reason I actually die cut one out of a piece that's not got some glue on it somewhere, we'll just glue it down, you know. But I wanted this piece because it kind of looks like rust, you know, and I liked it. So I'm just cleaning up my dies here, so I can put them away, because I hate putting them away when there's stuff in, you know, all the holes. I like them clean so that next time I can use them without a problem. Okay, so I'm gonna get this one. Get all this out. Yeah, I was too. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Gypsy. I'm just getting over it. Yeah. Hubbard was calling me Princess Sicky Pants. Not to my face, though. But that's what he said to my daughter, who immediately threw him under the bus.
Of course.
Look, you've been Princess Sicky Pants for 3 days. Excuse me? Well, that's what Pop said. Immediately threw his butt under the bus. I was like, really now? So I'm just trying to use the paper towel to minimize my mess because I am messy. But these are cool for steampunk, and I think it looks like rust, so that's why I did it. Take this one, this one. This one out here. There we go. And then we have some more of these. Those out. And we still have more paper, so we can do more. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's the anesthesiology, the anesthesia leaving your system that can cause you to have those kinds of issues. Very normal. Not fun, but at least it's normal. Look at that, like an old Edison bulb. Yes, I don't get buggy because my daughter won't let me have him because I was thick. I'm like, he's 13. But he's also got guild stuff this weekend, so. And that's for Renaissance. He's part of a guild for the Renaissance. Did you not even make it 5 minutes?
Nope. Oh, goofball.
Seriously. My dog has got to get over his bladder issues. You get stopped by a kitty cat?
Well, you're standing right there at about right height, to get petted.
Ah.
Excuse me.
Is this one going to come out or is it going to give me crap? All right, this one's going to give me crap. Let's see if I can find the die. We'll run it again. I'll just put it right back in there and run it. I'll play through the little one. And then get the big machine up here. Aww. Well, you've eaten. Did you manage to hold that down? This one's going to need a lot of spot gluing. It does not want to come apart here. Let's just see if we can get this off of here. There we go. All right. There. Get that out. Let's turn this over. That just doesn't want to. There we go. All right. There we go. 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 I'm blind as a bat too, so that's no. All right, I'm giving up. I'll just recut it. I'm giving up. Just gonna totally recut it. Wrap it shimmed. Okay. So let's try that again. Get that out of there. Pop this out. Oh, so much better the second time around. Here we go. Got it. Hi, Miss Mari. You think I said hi to Cheryl? Hi, Cheryl. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep up. But, you know, I'm old and slow. Oh, crap. I gotta ring. She told me to ring her. Hold on. Do. Not her. Her.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So we got all these. And there's a couple of places like on this one where the, it's the glue didn't quite hit all the way. That's okay. We just, put a little bit of glue on there. Glue it down. This one's good. That one's good. Good. It's good. It's good. So really only one place that was like not, that was sticking up. One place. That was good. Okay. So I thought we could use these for ephemera. So let me get these pieces picked up real quick. So I thought we could use these to make some ephemera. I like the wings, and I do have other wings, and I'll get those out later, and maybe we'll cut some of those too. But I went and pulled my industrials because, I figured, hey, these would be good. So again, I am still, getting over being sick. So I apologize if I got the sniffles or if I cough a lot. I apologize. I'm still trying to get it out of my lungs, Ozzy, leave Harry alone. Hi, Harry. Hi, Harry. All right. So let me get these out of the way. We'll put them in the bag with the other stuff. I cut a bunch today, all different kinds of stuff, and I cut it out of a couple of different kinds of paper. And so we have all of that to work with. Hi, Harry. What are you doing?
Hiding.
You hiding from the doggies? Yeah. Are the doggies being meanie?
Crazy puppy.
Hi, Michelle. Hello, Miss Roseanne. So the other day I did a thing. So we did this. We made this. And this is from that die that I bought. And I just turned it into a little notebook. Like there's a little pocket right here. And, you know, I just put in some notebook paper, notebook pages, you know, and we did it with a hidden spine and everything. And so everybody who was in that live, that was chatting in that live, is going to get this. So I do that from time to time when I'm doing a little project like this. I'll give it away to whoever's in the live. And I think I had like 3 or 4 or 5 people in there. So they're going to be getting those. I'm going to be sending those out. I wrote it down. I got it in the other room because I have to use the big die cutter. I can't use the little one. Nobody wants to see that, honey. Hello, Christine. All right, I'm going to fill my soda real quick. You all can look at his wonderful loveliness. Ozzy, don't chase Harry. They're so hysterical because they act like they don't like each other, but then they do, you know? Okay. All right. So we are doing this steampunk is the theme, and we are doing a an album journal, and I have a pre-made one. This is one of the original pre-made ones. This is actually from Heartfelt Creations. So we're going to be using this, and we have chosen a couple of their pocket and flip inserts. The inserts. So we're going to be using those as well. So we're just going to work on ephemera and stuff because I don't really have anything planned for tonight to craft with me. So I thought we'll just do some ephemera. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at the paper we have for this. Harry, you got to get down. Get down. Down. Get down. So the paper comes from Polka Art Studio, and it's printed on 24 pound, 28 pound. So it's 2 different sets. So this is one set, which is their steampunk in blue. And then this one, yeah, this is still steampunk in blue. And then this one is their steampunk. And I think this is the travel one. But these are from Polka Art Studio. All of the these digitals. This is from Polka Art Studio as well. I don't have to tell you who these things are from. Doesn't really matter. But, you know, I wanted to. So this is on card. Not really heavy. This is a 110 pound Nina paper. So it's heavy paper is what it is. But we're going to fussy cut all of these. And then I have these, and I don't know exactly who these are from. Yes, I do. I have the thing. I just don't, off the top of my head, know who it's from. And this one, which I just pulled because it had a couple of tags, and it has Harry in it. So, you know, steampunk Harry, what the hell. And then we have some, this stuff is all AI. So this stuff is all AI generated. And so I thought, you know, we could fussy cut a bunch of this out and, you know, have some fun. What the hell? So we're going to cut these out first. And I'm not going to bother to back them if I don't have to because they're already on card. Let's see. What else? Oh, yeah. I made Hubber some baked macaroni and cheese for dinner. Because a tray of that will feed him and I for like 2-3 days. Until our butts go, enough with the cheese. Either enough with the cheese or I'm going on strike. Trader Joe's bag. Cool. Yeah, he is half tabby and half Bengal. And all 100% survivor.
Annoying.
Yeah, and about 200% annoying. He survived the California wildfires back in, let's see, it would have been 2016, I think. 2017, 16.
He was a baby.
Because we got him and he was a baby. He traveled. There was like 5 people involved in getting him from Northern California to Vegas. And there was a pair, Jack the Ripper and Harry Houdini. And they were adopted by my 2 youngest kids. And Jack the Ripper went feral, which was, we always knew that was a possibility because they were feral, but they survived the fires. And the only 2 in the litter that did, their mother didn't. But, they were tested, DNA tested and everything, and they're half tabby and half Bengal. And apparently, where the fire was, there was a colony of Bengal cats, ferals. So it made sense. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I won't talk about it anymore.
What?
Dan's stomach is really queasy. Probably the anesthesia coming out from the surgery the other day. But she doesn't want to talk about the C word. Tax. I have to tell you, finding stuff that is steampunk, that is not just paper, is actually a little more difficult than I thought. Most of it is just like paper, like the journal kits are just paper. So finding anything that has any kind of ephemera in it is kind of impressive. But that is why I was happy when I found these AI pieces. And I found these are through the same person that I get a lot of my AI stuff from. One thing I like about AI is you can't copyright it. So far. So, we have yeah, he's a pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. But yeah, he was my son's. And then my son moved to Kansas and didn't take him with him because him and his girlfriend actually foster dogs. And he didn't think that would be a very smart thing to do. A cat in a house full of dogs, unpredictable dogs. So Harry stayed with me and decided that I was his human. And I don't even like cats, so I'm not sure if Harry's stupid, crazy, or he just likes to tempt fate.
Poke that fake bear.
If you ever get back to crafting, it'll happen, honey. You'll get there. Eventually, it's all we can do because, we get old. Kidding. So I'm just going to fussy cut a few of these and then we can get started, kind of doing stuff. And then I'll just, I'll fussy cut as we go if we find something we want to use. Like if we're like, this is the absolute perfect piece for this. Like this here, if we're going to do like, like a big tab or something, a side tab, that would be a perfect one for that. So. So we'll take the rest of these out later. We also have all of these, and they're all small pieces, and I'll probably spend most of tomorrow afternoon between my lives cutting these new pieces out because I kind of need them to make things. All right. Look. I don't like cats, but he thinks I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. So, all right. So I've got my bin of paper strips down. Let's see. What could we use? That would be, well, this could be kind of industrial. And that, some more of that. Ooh, I like that. It's a little thin. No. What do we got? It's got a bottle of glue in it. It's PVA glue. Ooh, that's nice and grungy. That would work. That. Oh, yeah. We could use any of that. Okay. All right. Put that up for now. But I want the thing that's under it, so. All right. So now, we also have this. So these are just metal pieces. All different kinds of metal pieces, broken jewelry, there are gears in here. You have some metal gears. I also have wood gears in case these are too heavy, and I have some plastic ones. This is a whole bag of stuff, but it's mostly watches. And so I don't know, we might use like one or two of the timepieces that are in here, but probably. Whew. Talk about your glimmer show. It's an old lady pair of earrings. I broke the back off of it. Look at that one. So, let's see. All right. Yes, put some damn weight back on. Jesse had to have his bum washed. Ravina was sitting on the floor painting, and Jesse came and sat right in the middle of her art. Blue bum. Huh. Awesome. Aw, poor baby. Poor baby. He had to take a bath. I'm sure he did not like it. All right. So these are like journaling cards and tags. I'm going to get these out of the way real quick. So we have some pieces that we fussy cut, just a few. And we have all of our gears and our stickers and all that stuff in here. So I'm going to take out like a handful of this stuff. See, we got it. Look at all this. So these are all paper. And I did all of these the same way that I did the ones I just did. Where basically I glued a piece of paper, weight paper, down to
Knock it off. You too.
to a piece of thin cardstock, so that, you know. And I don't know why, but butterflies seem to go with steampunk, so we're going to have it's going to be butterfly heavy. What can I say? I don't know why, but for some reason, I've noticed every single bit of steampunk stuff has some kind of butterfly in it. And this one was fun because this was actually the inside of one piece. And I put a die in there inside of it. I think it was this one. Anyway, I put it inside of it to cut it out because it was just a circle. And when I took it out, I was like, that's cool. So we're using the negative on this one too. Because I liked it. Because I'm silly like that. Okay. So we have some paper. Another piece of paper. I feel like I want to put that big long light bulb on here. You know, that real skinny long one. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, that's cool. I don't know. Trader Joe's always has interesting bags. you know? So I thought for this one, we're probably just going to use like everything in the box kind of thing, you know? So we'll be using all of these at some point to make some kind of ephemera. All right, so I want to do this one, and I want it to be like a giant tab on the side of a page. So I'm going to get out my notch puncher. And I'm going to put my notches on here. See, like a giant tab. And we've done these. There's a video on this someplace. So I'm using the scorched timber, but I'm thinking I'm going to probably use, I'm going to look and see if I have anything that's kind of like a rust color, because I want to use that too and kind of interchange the two inks throughout the book. So we'll see where it goes, you know? All right, so we have this one. And I don't know. Oh, I kind of like that better. All right, so let's put some glue on here. And then we'll put this on like this. There. And then we're going to put this on. Now, this is a pain in the butt, so what, baby? Let me guess. You want to go outside and Daddy left you in here. Now you're mad. Yeah. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. If Daddy says you have to stay inside because it's cold out, then you have to stay inside, buddy. You can go out with Mommy in a little bit when I go out, okay? I'm telling you, you're an HVAC kind of kitty. I don't think you guys have ever heard him talk. Okay, put this on here. Let me just get this down and then we'll talk about it. All right, so you want to go outside? Is that the deal? You want to go outside? Okay, let me put him out. He wants to go out. Come on. Come on. Yes, I know. All right. Let me out, Mama. Let me out. A bottle of wine or champagne, a carrot or daikon radish, a Wright Brothers style airplane, and a guy with a cape flying through the. I love it. All right. That is the leftover piece from earlier today. We made that other piece. And I'm thinking we're just going to use it. Let's use it. I can tell you this. Having been sick for the last, since Sunday afternoon. Excuse me. God, my hot flashes have been redonkulous. we're going to put this here. And we're going to glue that on top. Put that on. Then we're going to put this on. By the time we're done with this, I'm going to hate this journal because, yeah, I'm going to glue all these tiny little lines and stuff. Probably going to fill that glue bottle up. All right. Well, let's see what we have. And if we can't find something that'll work, then, you know. Okay, I have either one of those colors. We have vintage photo, fossilized amber, mustard seed. That's not going to work. Dusty something or other. Spiced marmalade. 2 spiced marmalades, apparently. Okay, one's an oxide. Apple. What's that? Tea dye. All right. Ground espresso, antique linen, peacock. I did not buy these in the store. I bought these from somebody else. Barn door. Iced spruce, vintage photo, stormy sky, and wild honey. All right. So we're going to need, let me write these down. What will work? Pen here. Rusty hinge. And salvaged patina. Okay. See, I use those too, but you know. So I'm going to go on Amazon real quick and just look at the colors I want to see. Rusty hinge. What is the other one? Salvaged patina. It's kind of a blue, really. I don't think that'll work. It's like too green, I think.
I guess he's figured out his friend is not here. He's looking like he wants to come in.
And let him in. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I looked at the rusty hinge. I think that one might work. It's in the, I put it in the thing. We'll see. Maybe. I don't know. I might look in my other ones too and see if I have, let me see if I have anything that like might work. You know what I mean? Okay. So we have this. I like it. Moving on. I did bring this out because I thought, you know, I think this is a good shape base for ephemera for steampunk. You know? Whoopsie. Okay. because I think it's a good shape, you know? Oh, that's cool. But when I do, all right, so we have this, which like I said, I think this is like, it's a good base for stuff, you know? So, do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. So this is the other paper that I cut stuff out of. And I'll tell you what, it's really not what you would expect. But it worked. Like, it's ugly as a big sheet, but it worked for this application. Yeah, we're going to have to fill this up because I'm going to have to use the little glue for this. I should probably put some ink on this. Oh no, he's eating. He'll be down here in a second yelling at me about it. Try and eat, mother. And there's just not enough snackies in my snacky bowl. Okay. So we have that, and then we have this. Now, I don't want to use, I want to put this on here because I think it'll work, but I don't want to use hot glue on this because I don't think that hot glue is going to be, So I'm going to use some 3-in-1. And I'm hoping this is going to hold. If not, then I will go to some alternative glues. But I want to keep the dimension, if that makes sense. Because it has, it has bends and stuff in the wings, and it has dimension, and I want to keep the dimension. And then I have pieces like this that I can just glue onto a page, and just glue down. And I could make that into a pocket, or something. But we have that. And then we have this guy in a couple of different colors. And I like this guy. This guy's cool. What to do, what to do, what to do. Don't know, don't know, don't know. All right, we're going to use this. We're going to do something with it. I don't know what we're going to do with it. We're going to do it. Oh, God, he's back. Hi, kitty. How are you? Nice to see you. So I'm using up my scraps. Because I have these scraps left over from when I cut the Matchbox bases, you know. I've always, so while I was sick, I was sitting here watching YouTube. Just watching YouTube. Hey, Jennifer, what's up, honey? I didn't miss anybody, did I? Oh, eclectic. Okay. I thought there was somebody in here, and I was like, did I miss somebody? All right, so we know that there's not going to be a lot of rounded corners, so we're going to be doing a lot of this, which is just, you know, squaring off the corners. See, this glue bottle is not going to work for this, guys. Yeah, that's not going to work. Because it's going to keep bleeding through. Now, I do have some plastic gears that are very lightweight, as opposed to these metal ones that they're a little on the heavy side. I also have some of these that I rusted out a while ago, too. Put those back in the bag. Oh, and we have lots of keys, too. So we have a lot of pieces and parts to play with here. So let's get out the Fabric-Tac, the 3-in-1 again. And let's... We'll have some fun. We'll play. You know, never know. All right, so we're going to put that on there. So we're just waiting for, hopefully that will hold the metal pieces on. If not, we can try glossy accents. And if all else fails, I'll get out some E6000. Okay.
Super glue.
A lobster, a guy looking through a telescope, a fork stabbing a peach, a large fork, a large spoon, a bundle of 3 pieces of asparagus. Holy crap, there's a lot of shit on there. You going in the morning, honey? Okay. Are you flying down, baby? Taking your mom too? Okay. You're driving? Holy crap. Is she at TMC or is she in one of the or university? Or is she in hospice? I mean, I know they have a hospice at university. I don't think they have one at TMC anymore. Just be slow, be careful, especially going over the pass with the storms the way they've been. You don't know what you're going to hit up there. Just be careful. She's in the hospice. Okay. Please be careful. Text me when you get there at some point just to say, you're alive, please. And that everything went okay and you got there, honey. Just check in at some point, okay? I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm just going to be worried about you going through there. Is Tony going with you? So you're not driving just you with your mom? Okay. All three going together. Okay. All right, honey. Just please be careful. Get some sleep, okay? Get some sleep because you're going to have to drive at some point tomorrow. You need to be rested. Don't speed. Don't do silly stuff. Just be careful and gentle and, take that pass at face value. It's a bitch this time of year. I also cut this out. I don't know why, but I liked it. So we cut it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but, it's kind of steampunky, I think. So, it's industrial. Then there's this guy, and he got lopped off on the side. I don't know how that happened. And yeah. I don't know why. It is the dumbest damn thing they've ever done. But used to be that from Vegas to get out to Phoenix and on to Tucson, that you could take this pass. You could either go all the way down the interstate and then come back down the state this way. Or, bless you, you could take this little cut through that takes you through a little town called Wickiup.
I like Wickiup.
And then there's a town called Wickenburg.
Wickenburg's cool too.
And Wickenburg is, it is, if you have the time to spend, it is literally like small Western town. Like they actually have places that still have wood sidewalks, okay? It's adorable. Problem is that about 10 years ago, they decided that they were going to redo the main road that goes through there because a lot of people found out about it about 10, 15 years ago. Most people had figured it out by that point that you go through Wickenburg to get to Phoenix and that it's faster. It's more rural, but it's like an hour and a half faster. I know. So about 10, 15 years ago, Wickenburg decided they were going to put these freaking roundabouts in. And I remember I was driving down to Phoenix. Mike and I were. And God, that had to be probably, about 10, 12 years ago. And they had just finished like the first one as you're going into town. And as we came around, it gives you this sign that says, Wickenburg. And then it's got the arrow that goes this way, except this way, like 20 feet over behind, you can't see crap, is a freaking dead end. And I don't mean like a dead end. I mean like concrete barriers.
They just
Sand.
finished the road.
There's no road there, but it goes like, boom, there it is. And, and then they have another one right down the street that's not that much better. Although I do have to say, when you first get into Wickenburg there at the gas station by the, with the Dairy Queen, having that 4-way stop now with a stoplight is so much better than it used to be. Because that intersection used to be crap. Oh my, it was so bad. So bad. Like every time I went down there, either going down or coming back, there was an accident right there all the time. And I turned down that road because there's a thrift store down there that I go to. And so I take that road. And trying to get back on the highway from there was like taking your life in your hands. And like, I'm crazy, but I ain't that crazy, Hi, Vanessa. Good night, Roseanne. So, yeah, I don't know what it is, but like they just got super stupid. And now they've got one, and she's right. Because you go around those roundabouts are not designed for semis, people. And these are big ones. I mean, they're huge roundabouts. But still, if you're doing a roundabout and there's a semi truck next to you, that is like the most uncomfortable feeling in the world. And I have LED headlights in my car. And when I go through there at night, there's always some schmuck waiting to get onto the roundabout that flashes their high beams at me. And I'm like, son of a dude. Now, I did find out that my headlights are illegal in Wyoming, but they can't write me a ticket because my car is registered out of state. All they can do is pull me over. And they know my car's registered for out of state, so they just pull me over just being a nuisance at that point. Oh, I drive that at night. I love that section at night. But it's just like, there's like 3 roundabouts. I think it's 3. It could be 4. But, and they're just in this one stretch. And I know it's designed to slow people down going through the town because you're literally going like right. The town is more off to the side, but that's like the main drag. And they want to slow you down there. And so they put in these stupid roundabouts. And I'll be honest, if you're not somebody who takes that road all the time, like I said, I've seen more accidents there than I care to think about. Because there's always somebody, usually a California driver, who's going down there and they come through. It's It's faster that way. If you're coming out from Northern California. And they come down, and first off, they're always in the passing lane. Like they think they're supposed to drive in the passing lane, which is not true in Nevada. In Nevada, that is a passing lane, and you're only supposed to be in it to pass. But people from California don't understand. Northern California apparently do not understand what a freaking passing lane is when they get on the highway out here, because they ride in it. And I've seen them get pulled over. The cops don't put up with it. They pull them over right away. And then they get all bitchy about it. But there's a reason there's a passing lane. It's for emergencies and for passing, not for you to drive in and to go 10 miles below the speed limit as well. And because, oh yes, you're out in the middle of nowhere and you don't know where you are. And I'm not saying that California drivers are bad drivers, because that's where I got my license, but I am not Mario. Andretti, maybe. She is right. My daughter clocked me on the Life 360 doing 90 miles an hour coming out of the mountains in outside of Denver. Yeah.
Mother, slow it down.
Yeah. She's like, 90, mother?
I like that one. Bring it back.
I'm fine. You have my child in your car. No, wait a minute. You had this one and you said it was mine. Why are you taking it back, you Indian giver? She said she had that one for me. But apparently I'm not allowed to speed with it. All right, honey, get some rest. Please, for the love of Pete, get some rest, woman, before you take off. All right, so we got a bunch of little things that we can now use.
Be safe. Avoid the ice. Both kinds.
At least if she stays on the interstate, she'll be okay. All right, love you, honey. Be careful. Please, please, please be careful. Get some sleep and be careful.
Oh. Fresh tea.
Do you have fresh tea, honey?
Fresh tea.
Okay.
No tickets for fresh tea.
You know what I need? I need some steampunk words. And I don't really have any. Let me use this guy. And I need a watch. Hold on. We're going to find some words. We got to find some words. We need words. We do have these word chips. We can make more if we need to. You know, more steampunkish if we need to. But I'm looking for, I know I have some watches. I have some steampunk people. I found gorgeous girls today, too. You guys know I like the gorgeous girls. I think they're cute. So annoying. Okay. All right. Looking for the watches. These are all flowers. And no. 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 Mm-mm. No. Are watches in there? I don't think so. Nope. Okay. No. No. Yes. Okay. No. 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 Okay. Put this back. I don't know. Are the girls from Temu? Yes. And it's not just girls. There's boys in here too, see? There's men and women in here, and they're all kind of in steampunk variations. So we can use some of these. Look at that guy. Right? Okay, so we have those. And then we have this stuff, which is just like, you know, stuff. What is that? That's a steampunk bug. We kind of like him. Okay. All right, so steampunk, I don't know. Steampunk words would be, you know, like steampunk, timeless, age, what else could we use? Explorer. There's a couple other too, but like I just want stuff that like reflects the steampunk. I know that there are some steampunk quotes, and I meant to get them today, and I didn't get them, and I don't know why. But it was a free digital, and I just didn't download it, or I did, and I lost it. So I'm gonna have to go and see if I can find it again. All right. So now I have this one, and I'm gonna put this on here. And yes, it is a sticker, but no, we don't trust adhesive. So we're gonna put a little glue on here. Never trust adhesive. Ever. So I'm just using the bases. It doesn't really matter if it's, you know. Let's use the base. Put this under there. Put a little glue on here. This one. I'm going to put it right under there. There we go, just like that. See, just a simple little piece. Yeah. Gadgeteer, aeronaut, clockwork, those kinds of things, you know? So, all right, let's see. And hot air balloons are very, you know, steampunky too. Ooh, this one needs to be glued.
Steam-driven Model T. That would certainly be steampunkish.
I like this one-way ticket. Let's see. So we're probably going to do like, you know, a few more like large, the long tabs for this, because we do have a lot of flips in this one. So probably put in some more large tabs. Most of these, I'm just going to kind of leave them the way they are and just use them the way that they are, with possibly like a little bit of lace or trim behind them. But I have like 3 sets of these, so we have a lot of them to work with. So, well, and if we need more, we'll make more. That's the good thing about ephemera. We can make more. Charting new territories, that's another one. The sky is not the limit. So, yeah, so I got to find some steampunk words and phrases. All right, this guy just on its own is not going to be, awesomely cool. So let's see. Timeless age, that's another one. That's a big one. Let's see, what do we got? This is a good one. Curious. This one, I gotta fill that glue bottle.
Why? Okay, wait a minute.
So these are the word chips that we made a couple of months back. And that's all you really need. It's that easy, guys. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. Mind your gauges. I like that one.
Always mind your gauges.
I like it.
Make sure you got the right pressure.
So this is not very thick. Let's glue it down to a piece of white so that we can use it to make one of our big long tabs. It doesn't have to be as big as the other one, just reasonably close. We just want a big tab. And then, let's take a look at some of our ephemera from our box. These may have not been a good idea box. I'm kidding. It's not the no box anymore. But let's take a look and see if there's anything in there that we're like, we'd like to replicate this, but with a steampunk theme, to put in this journal, because we have 4 signatures that have to be filled in here. That's a lot of signatures, guys. Okay, so we're going to do our notch.
Hi, this is Mike with Cox Business Support calling on a recorded line. You said your name was Alicia? Oh, very well, very good. Listen, only because my spelling is atrocious, and if I try it, I'm just going to butcher your name. Could you please spell that for me, please? Oh, see, I'd have thrown an S in there. That'd have been my fault. Like I said, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, listen, I have your internal ticket number here, and this ought to be a short, quick call. I think we already got it closed on your side, but
Nope.
Just check it. It's INC 1237 83833. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I have no idea. I get just to see it as T-Mobile and Las Vegas Boulevard there. All right. right. Okay, that's what I was looking for because I saw where our vendor had called in T-Mobile and confirmed that the site was taking traffic. I just wanted to make sure it was okay for us to close our ticket on our side because our vendor sends it back to us and says go verify it. I'm like, well, you already did, but okay, sure, I'll do it. All right, thank you, Alicia. Appreciate it. You have yourself a fantastic evening as well. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
So I'm going to glue this down. Well, half of it anyway. Right there. Then I'm going to glue her down. Put some ink on her. The only thing I hate about inking people is there's always this, like, unless they're wearing a long dress, there's always that spot on the inside of the leg that when you try to ink it, just does not want to ink, you know? Some glue on our little girl here. Carla! Hi, honey! How are you tonight? Are you still alive in muddy Snowda? Or is it like frozen Snowda right now? Okay. So another tab, big tab. I like it. Put it up there. So let's take a look. Let's get some inspiration. Close this up. Over there. Okay. So we have our big tabs, which we've kind of done. Hey, that one could be steampunk. Let's keep it out. Every now and then we find one, you know? Well, let's see. That one could be too. So we could do something like some of these strip busters. We'd certainly do something like this with, you know, one of the images just a little smaller. We could do some envelopes too. Some mini envelopes. That's always a good one. That one will work. It's got a little key on it. I just like to go through this every now and then and just see if there's something that works for what I'm doing currently. Because you never know. Okay. So put that away. Twice. Yeah, twice. Potted you out twice. Did they, you know, at least like buy you dinner or a drink? Okay, so these are make-ahead pieces, guys. And this is where we just take stuff and we just kind of glue it together. This one has like a thread thing on it and a thing, and then it's got this little bug down here. And I think this is perfect for a little steampunk piece. And we could put some gears on it, or, you know, one of these little and I'm going to use some dimensional adhesive here because we're going to give it some lift. So let me grab out my tweezers because that makes it easier for me to put them on there and then get it on without having to touch them. Well, touch them too much. Oh. And these do come in different thicknesses. And the one I'm using is a 1/16 of an inch. You can get them all the way to a 32nd of an inch. Okay. So there's a difference between a make-ahead and a mass make. In a mass make, everything looks exactly the damn same because you're using what's on your desk. You're using what's handy. And typically that's what you've used recently. Whereas a make-ahead is something that you make ahead to a point and you stop so that your decoration can be unique to that item. I'm going to cut this. Take that off the bottom. I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. Let me do this. All right. Chicken, mac and cheese, herb roasted red potatoes, fruit and lemons. That's nice. So at least they fed you. I always want to get fed when I have to attend those dog and pony shows, you know? If you're not going to feed me, you better have some kind of open bar or something. Or at least give me a glass of champagne, you know? Something, anything. All right, we're going to put this one on. I really got to fill this bottle up, guys, because there's like a 1/4 of an inch of glue in the bottom of it. I don't know why, but I like this. Carla, don't talk about food. Patty Ann's been puking her guts out for 2 days. She doesn't like food right now. Her's been sick. Same thing I had, I think, or it could be her anesthesia.
Some tea. Light tea.
Yeah, like some green tea or some ginger tea. Really, if you have some ginger tea, that would be helpful for your stomach. Also, some licorice root. If you have licorice root that you can chew, that would be helpful for your stomach as well.
Not everyone has licorice root here.
I'm aware not everybody has licorice root, but I said if you have it.
Thanks for calling Cox.
What was he talking about before that?
Oh,
So make-aheads are things that you make to a point and then you stuff. Like this. This is a great base. It's just
Sure,
newspaper
Paul,
on
what's
a
your ticket number?
piece that's cut, and I can add anything that I want to it to make it fit the theme that I'm using, but it's a great base. And it saves me, a little bit. Not a lot. It's not
All right.
supposed to.
give me a
It's
hot
just
second
supposed to give
pull it
me
up. Let's
a
see
little
what
bit
we
of a
can
head
play
start
with.
on something. So now I can come in here and I can put some things on and make this more, to my theme. Come back here, you little booger. That is awful big. I wish I had that smaller. I don't think I do. Do you?
Sorry, Paul. Just give me a moment to review the ticket and see what was going on here.
Yeah, ginger's really good for your tummy, to help settle your tummy if your tummy's upset. So if you have a little ginger zinger, that probably has the largest concentration of natural ginger in it. But if you just have plain ginger in your refrigerator,
All right,
if
Paul,
you can
who
steep
are
that
you
in
with?
some boiling
Sorry.
water for about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes, then you can add a little bit of peppermint to it. Or if you have peppermint tea, you can add peppermint tea to it. It's really
Okay.
good for your digestion, and it'll settle your tummy.
All right.
Or you can chew on licorice root if you have it. I keep it around here just because my kids were always like, Mom.
So it looks like there was an IP issue. So they opted to send the field, either deliver a new router configured with the new IP or go on site and change the IP on the existing router. Looks like we dispatched the site. They changed out the equipment, re-reloaded the configuration, customers up and working. That's the general gist of what looks like happened here.
Tiny little glue.
Yeah, ticket's already resolved in that. So, is there anything else I can try to assist you with today, Paul? All right, my pleasure. Rude. I was still talking.
Sometimes people can be so rude to the Mikey. Poor Hubba.
gorgeous.
11 degrees right now. Ah.
Remember Buffalo, we'd get negative teens. That was real. And then the real feel was much like 10, 15 degrees colder. Than
Powdered ginger's going to work. If you don't have tea bags, just get out some, if you have any, tell me what I'm thinking about. It's fabric. Cheesecloth.
cheesecloth.
You can
Cheesecloth a lot of times too thin.
you can steep the powdered ginger with the cheesecloth and steep it in there, and that'll help to let it hold and dissolve, and then put in some peppermint if you have some peppermint.
Just empty a tea bag and put it in that.
Where you used to live, it's 8 degrees. Bet you're loving being in Vegas right now. Okay. So, what for shall we do with this? I don't know. It's too little. Okay, kind of like that. No. That one pops. Too small. Nope. All right, winner, winner, chicken dinner. We have a winner. Where needs this one? All right, so we put some ink on this. Get this all glued down. La da 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 da. Oh. Oh. I don't do cold. I just can't. I refuse to do cold. Bless you, dear.
Thank you.
Okay. A little bit of a fixie back here. Oh, this is that other paper that I cut these out of. Okay, that one. Everybody say bless you.
Thank you.
Or consumpai.
Dankeschön.
All right, so we have all of this stuff to work on to make ephemera, which I'm going to be doing for the next couple of days, guys. So, if you tune in the next couple of days, I'm going to be doing this. Why? Because we have 4 signatures and 5 flips to fill in that book. So, yeah. Yes, it is. It's 58 degrees here right now and clear. Oh. So we do have metal pieces. We have a lot of stickers and stuff that we can use. Some beautiful papers that we're going to be using, and so for at least the next, well, tomorrow night, I'm probably going to be doing this just because it's going to be Friday night nuts. I just need something to do so that I'm not sitting here with an empty desk. So we'll be doing these. I'll be doing these, and then we'll be shooting the crap. We're going to start with underwear tomorrow because I have questions. I have some questions. But we have all kinds of stuff that we're going to be using, so we will see what we get up to tomorrow. But don't forget, Sunday is the 1st, and therefore that's going to be, I'm going to release the next Projects of 26 challenge. And hey, Chris. And I did get your message, honey, and I will get that to you ASAP. What is going on with my brain? Big brain fart. Here we go. Okay. So send out your swaps, guys, as soon as you can. If you can't get to the mailbox, that's fine. Just let me know so that I can let the person that's expecting it know so that they're not expecting it, because I don't want somebody going out to the mailbox and breaking a hip, slipping on ice to pick up something that's not there, So we're going to have Friday night nuts tomorrow, which means we're going to start at 7 o'clock my time. That's 8, 9, and 10 across country. Let's see what else. Then we have mixed media on Sunday, and we're back on Monday for our game and your week 3 of the Projects of 26 challenge. Also, Sunday is Miss Francis's birthday, and Monday is Marcy and Steffi G's birthday. So we got a couple of birthdays coming up, and then next Saturday is going to be a week from this Saturday is going to be our sale. So we're probably not going to have mixed media that night because it's a sale day. Okay. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Lots of stuff. You have till February the 21st to get your pick a journals in. So if you would like me to make a journal for you, you need to send me what your idea is. And then I'm going to pick one of those topics and I'm going to make that journal. When I'm done with it, I'm going to give it to whoever's it is, whoever sent me that idea. I have no idea who sends the ideas. I will ask if you've already gotten a journal in the pick a journal. Please don't send in an idea. Oh no. Yes, Sunday is the 1st. Okay. That's it, guys. That's all I got. So stay warm. Stay hydrated. I know you're cold, and so you don't think you're dehydrating, but you are. So stay warm, stay hydrated, and stay well. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow morning for more steampunk silliness. Yeah. Till then, love you guys. Bye. Chris, there's no do on any of that stuff, okay? That is a personal challenge. It's for you to decide that you want to come out of your box or how you want to create it. But you can post it to the Facebook group. It's not that kind of it's a personal challenge, not a group challenge. Okay. So you can start and stop anytime you want. and you can post it if you want, or not post it. It's entirely up to you. But the Projects of 26 challenge is not a like group against each other kind of challenge. It's you against you challenge. So there's really no deadline on that. Okay. I love you guys. Behave. Bye.